All right, comics fans, what is up? Mark Allen here for Four Color Commentary. Thanks for watching. I got a couple of things I want to do today. Just going to do just a few comics that I got on eBay. Show those. Can't really even call them a haul. Four comics is four comics a haul. How many comics does it take to make a haul? But anyway, so four comics I got off of eBay. But also I'm going to show you some comics I'm going to be selling soon on eBay. Just a series that kind of disappointed me that I'd wanted to wanted to read for years, and when I finally did, it just kind of didn't impress me much. So I know some of you out there will disagree because it is one of those series that seems to have some very loyal fans. Series from the 80s, and so anyway, you'll know the character. But anyway, I want to start though with a few books that I got off of eBay. This one wasn't even on my radar. I do look for the occasional variant. I'm driven crazy by how many variants there are these days and how much the business runs on variants and how many collectors grab multiple variants, and it's crazy. I understand having one or two artists, a few artists, or that you follow and you try to get their variants, or you maybe you see a variant that you just really speaks to you, and a variant cover that just really speaks to you, and you have to have it. That was me in this case. Like Art Adams, I'll get his variants any chance I get for reasonable prices. I like Arthur Adams. I've always liked his art, and one of the nicest pros I ever came into contact with at a show. But anyway, this one is not an Art Adams. It's not an Art Adams variant, but it is one that just caught my eye, and it is by a great artist. Gary Frank is one of my artists, one of the artists that I've admired, whose work I've admired over the years. But anyway, this is a Superman Unchained #2 variant from, I think, quite a few years ago. I didn't even look at the date, but anyway, Golden Age theme with the Golden Age Superman with the shield, everything just really very, very cool, Herculean type of cover there on Superman Unchained #2. So anyway, picked that up for not much at all, and it was worth it. I saw that cover and I just like, that's really cool. And I think it was a 1 in 25 or a retailer exclusive or something. It was a fairly rare variant, and I got it for a pittance. And so I got that. Now this next one is part of a collection within my collection. I have for a long time been gathering up the Rising Stars run, the original 24 issue or 25 issue run. That series, one day I'm going to do a video, or maybe 2 or 3 videos simply on that series, because I think it may, for the number of issues that series ran, it may have the largest number of variants, certainly in the 90s. Now today I don't know so much, but in the 90s, the variants on that book and the special issues and everything was just amazing. There's a number of variants, and so of course that means gimmick covers, and so of course that means I'm in, especially when I find them for not very much. But this one is a Wizard 1/2. Is Rising Stars issue 1/2. It's a Wizard edition, and I have 1 or 2 of these, but not this particular cover. But again, they're different versions. This is Rising Stars #1/2 from, let's see the date, find the date, from 2000. Okay, from 2000. So it wasn't quite the 90s, was it? It was 2000, turn of the century. But this is the special Wizard edition with the gold foil title, gold foil logo, and the gold foil stamp, Wizard stamp, which, that just brings back memories of the 90s, and there were good things in the 90s. And so anyway, that was one. It was a variant that I didn't have, gimmick cover variant that I didn't have, and it does even come with the certificate of authenticity. I'm not sure why you need that for a comic that's not signed, but okay. It just says each copy is part of a limited edition, which was distributed in a special protective holder with a copy of this certificate. Okay, well, good for them. But anyway, wanted that for my Rising Stars collection. Somebody might ask, have you read the series? Uh, Only through about issue 8, and I stopped reading. Wasn't holding my attention. But the variants, okay? I will one day go through and read it. But these next three, this was a special buy for me from a historical standpoint and from a fan standpoint. I got 3 issues of Chamber of Darkness, and we'll just go through them one at a time here. The first one is number 2. Number 2, I have a better copy of this. This is kind of a beat copy, but it came with a lot. But it is kind of a cool John Romita cover, John Romita Sr. cover. I like that. You can look at the faces and the characters and tell that is Romita all day. And so, but Chamber of Darkness number 2, I always like the creepy Marvel. I know sometimes we call them reprint horror comics. Well, some of them were reprints, but some of them weren't. Some of them were original stories, okay? Now, these next 2, very, very important, very special. And this one I'm going to try to press probably, but this is Chamber of Darkness number 7. Why is this significant? This was Bernie Wrightson's first Marvel work. The cover and an interior story. And so, great stuff, plus some Kirby and Ditko reprints. And so, great book. This wasn't really even on my radar either until it just came to my attention. This is the first Wrightson's first Marvel work, and that's significant for me as a Marvel head and as a Wrightson fan. And so that was a no-brainer. And so got that. And then the second one, the third one, I should say, is Chamber of Darkness number 8. It is also a Bernie Wrightson cover, but no Bernie Wrightson interiors, though there is a Ditko reprint, and there's a beautiful Dan Atkins story in there. And Dan Atkins' story about a pilot called Believe It or Not, fighter pilot. And so anyway, very cool, very odd, very weird cover there, but very Wrightson, even early. You know, you can tell it's Wrightson. And so, in fact, 1970 that one was dated. In fact, this one was dated 1970 as well at the bottom. So, you know, Wrightson and Marvel and Wrightson. Okay, and so had to get that for a cover shot. Okay, for the video. Anyway, okay, so this next one. So the series that I've built up and started reading and really just got bored with and put aside to sell on eBay. It is Booster Gold. Booster Gold, Volume 1. I still have most of Volume 2 that I'm going to go ahead and try to read. I think Jurgens might have, upped his game. Now, and I'm not taking anything away from Jurgens because this was Dan Jurgens' early work, and it was the first really major book that he got, major character, new up-and-coming character that he got to do for DC. Of course, went on to become a big part of DC Universe. So I'm getting rid of these, but I picked out of the series some covers to show you because it might just be me, but I think even in this time, early on in his career, that Jurgens was showing some aptitude for putting together great covers, eye-catching covers. I'm just going to show some of them to you. Some of it has to do with color, some of it has to do with composition, some with both. But this just is one of those covers that if I were to see that, it would leap off when I was a teenager or whatever, leap off the rack or leap off the shelf at the comic book store. That burst of yellow and then the blue tinged white beams, hitting a red fiery mad Booster Gold. I mean, just that cover just is lots of primary colors there, and all of these have primary colors. But so anyway, that was issue number 3. Issue number 11 is the next one that just kind of bites your eyes, and it's because of that green, the yellow, the gold or the yellow on the green, that blue sports car there, and everything, and just kind of. Otherwise, there's not much going on for that, but it does still have that boom to it. I would think that if that was on a comic rack behind another comics, if you saw it, you'd probably pull it out to see what the cover looked like, just on the basis of the bright colors anyway. So one of the theories I have about why comic shops are those places that elicit oohs and ahs, even from people who aren't comic book readers. I've had that from family or friends that have walked in and, ooh, you know, it's the colors. There's so many colors in there, okay? This one was the one that really knocked my eyes out. I love the use of the primary colors here, the blue and gold, and I think you'll like it too. It also has, Jurgens here is starting to look like, his work is starting to look like it would during what I consider really one of his major runs, the Death of Superman story and all of that. But this Booster Gold number 16, and the blue is just out of sight. And how he blends in with the background of the cover and the blue and the gold playing off of each other. Just great stuff. And I really think that's cool. So Booster Gold number 16. Don't care about reading the series any further. I didn't even get to issue 16. I'm just going to let them go on eBay cheap, and or however they bid up. And then the last, let's see, there's 3 more here. Okay, this one just different, and it goes with the theme of the book as he's, you know, fighting the Rainbow Raider. But this is 19, issue 19, and just the colors, and then a bled out, washed out Booster Gold and Booster Gold logo. It's kind of amazing, kind of a neat, like I say, I think Jurgens was already showing an aptitude for cover composition, and just really kind of an eye-catching cover. I know that's another one that I thought, what's with the washed out logo and the colors behind, what is that? Pull that out and wow, that's just kind of cool. The next one, issue number 20, is also cool for the exact opposite reason almost, if you will, but it's a great black cover with Booster Gold, blinded by the Rainbow Raider, and a great black cover on there. You gotta love a black cover. In fact, I thought about maybe even keeping this one because it is so great. Thought about pressing it and just keeping it because everybody loves a good black cover. Well, okay, not everybody, but a lot of people do, and I do. I'm one of those. So that catches the eye. And then the last one, okay. The last one might just be me. I fully expect that some will look at this cover and they'll go, bleh. That's the one that he wanted to show us? That's one of the ones he wanted to show us? Because the background, the colors are shades of brown. But there's something about the composition and the fact that Booster Gold, to me, on first glance, not long study, but first glance, has a kind of a Carmine Infantino-ish look in his face and his profile, and boom. That's it. Yep, Carmine. Boom. Infantino. Okay? But anyway, just a lot going on there, kind of a busy cover, kind of Booster Gold, you know, striking a goofy pose. But something about that cover, I was just like, wow, that's kind of cool. Maybe it's just the busyness. Maybe it's your eyes have lots of places to go, even though it's all star shapes. I don't know. But again, I think Jurgens, who I consider a very talented, one of the more talented artists of the business, I just think he had an aptitude at the time for, you know, covers. He was developing an aptitude for covers. Now you might be looking at this and going, Mark, you are out of your mind. And to that I say, to each his own. Viva la différence. Subjective art form and all of that. Okay, so anyway, that's it. I just wanted to show you the eBay purchases and the Booster Gold covers. But other than that, I got nothing. I got nada, except all of this that still needs to be organized. And I actually have gone back to working on that. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you haven't, subscribe. Click the like button, comment, and tell me what you think about those covers. You know, Mark, those are great covers. You're right, Mark. I don't know what you're talking about. That's 14 minutes of my life I'll never get back again. But whatever it is, it's a comment. I'll read it, and I'll probably comment back. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.